Oh, boy, it's a good day.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Nelson, and this is another exciting episode of The Mind. We're halfway through the NFL, people. It's been by. It's going fast. I don't want it to end, but one day it will. Actually, in a couple weeks it will. But we're halfway through, so we're going to talk about what's happening so far. We got some NBA talk. We got the MLB talk. The World Series are over. Houston Astros are your champions. We got a little bit of NASCAR. And we got some college football playoffs for you. The College Football Committee just submitted their first review of the season, their top 25 for the first time this year. So it's going to be an exciting episode. Here we go. So we're about 2 weeks into a very young NBA season. Some surprising teams. There's Orlando in the East. They are at the top of the East right now. And Memphis, top of the West right now. If the playoffs started today, Cleveland will be out. They're only 3-4 at the moment. They look kind of old, as most of their key players are older. I think the shortened preseason and shortened training camp had a lot to do with that. So look for them to get better as the season goes on. Same for Golden State. They're only 5-3 right now. They're looking great as they always do, but not looking quite invincible. Some young teams like the flag behind me here, the Hornets, they're playing great. Dwight Howard's playing good ball. Kemba Walker, all-star this year. Once again, another all-star, second year in a row that he will become all-star. Malik Monk's playing decent. So things are looking up not only for some younger teams, but also one of my favorite teams, the Charlotte Hornets. All right, baseball is officially over and going 7 games this World Series. The Houston Astros defeated the LA Dodgers to win the World Series. A very exciting World Series. Went 7 games, had a whole bunch of home runs, some late comebacks in the games. It was pretty good. A very cool thing is Sports Illustrated did put out about 3 or 4 years ago that the Houston Astros would win the World Series this year, and they were right. I mentioned that last episode, and they were right. I found the cover. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have that, and congratulations to the Houston Astros, your 2017 World Series champions. All right, the NASCAR Monster Energy Series playoffs are still ongoing. Kyle Busch won the last race at Martinsville. This week they're going to Texas as the playoffs keep on going. Right now they have one more race before the next eliminations, and they're down to 4 racers. And Homestead down in Miami, of course, is the championship race here in a couple weeks. So we're looking forward to after this week to see who might be in that race down the road. And here's a look at your new college top 25. And this is the first week that the College Playoff Committee has submitted their top 25. And here are your top 4. So the season ended today. These will be your top 4 schools in the college football playoff. Number 1, jumped ahead of Bama in most polls is Georgia. Georgia playing great football. Number 2, Alabama. Number 3, Notre Dame. And number 4, your defending champs, the Clemson Tigers. Elsewhere in the top 10 you got that is interesting to me is number 9, Wisconsin, sitting at 8-0. Number 10, Miami, also undefeated this year. So we're going to have to see how that factors in if the other teams lose, especially if like Georgia, when Georgia and Alabama, if they do play each other, one takes a loss and how that factors into that. For your top 4 teams, here's their next games for this week. Clemson in a hard battle at NC State, and that is the Mind's game of the week. Wake Forest is at Notre Dame. South Carolina, intriguing matchup at Georgia. And you got LSU versus Alabama. Though you're a top 4 in the college top 25 for this week. All right, we are halfway through the football season. We're at week 9 now. Some really crazy things that happened this year. We got some surprises. We have some things, are not as surprising. Let's take a first look at who would be my midseason MVP. Everybody out there knows I'm a diehard Cowboys, diehard Panthers fan. But if the season ended today, the MVP would be no doubt Carson Wentz. The Eagles right now, they look like they're by far the best team in football. And that is, not surprising. I said they'd probably be, about a 3-4 loss team, maybe 4 or 5 loss team. But they look hot, man. They look like they're doing really good. They're doing awesome. They remind me a lot of the 2015 Panthers. Great quarterback play. The Panthers had a great defense. The Eagles have a pretty decent defense, and the Eagles' offense is awesome. They look like big plays like the Panthers had back in 2015. So they're on a roll. I ain't going to predict the rest of their season, but I do think that things are looking good in Philadelphia. Let's take a look at the division leaders right now. For the AFC, we have the Patriots in the East, the Steelers in the North, the Kansas City in the West, and Tennessee and Jacksonville are tied in the South. Going into the season, I thought, the West was one of the best divisions in football, but right now, it's looking like one of the worst. Kansas City is the only one with a winning record. Oakland's not playing up to what they should be. The quarterback playing Denver is always questionable. And the Chargers, they're the Chargers right now, young team. And the Pats, I don't think anyone's going to challenge them. I was thinking maybe the Bills, but they look kind of iffy on Wednesday night. But they did pick up Kelvin Benjamin in one of the big trades this year, and we'll talk about that here in a second. Down in the NFC South, I think Jacksonville will end up winning that division. I do not believe in Tennessee. As far as the NFC East goes, we have the Eagles, of course, on top of the division in the East. We have the Saints on top in the South. We have the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams tied for first place out there in the West. And in the North, we have Minnesota, who I believe they will win the division due to some injuries. We had a lot of injuries this year. Aaron Rodgers, he went down. Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt. Right now, Deshaun Watson was my midseason MVP, and I don't know who it is right now without him being the winner. Trades. We had some crazy trades at the deadline. Ajayi going to the Eagles for a 5th pick. The Eagles definitely got the deal there. The Panthers sent Kelvin Benjamin, show me the money. I just seen him score a touchdown on Sunday. They sent him to Bills for a 3rd and 7th round pick in his upcoming draft. I do think actually that is a good deal for the Panthers. It opens up the offense a little bit more because him and Funchess really did the same thing. Benjamin was better and is better than Funchess, but they kind of, like I said, they do the same thing for Carolina. Now we got more offensive plays available for our speedier guys, and a couple of other issues going around in the NFL. The whole Ezekiel Elliott thing. He was suspended for 6 games a day ago, and as of today, Friday, he can play Sunday. So I wish the NFL would figure out something there. There's a lot to talk about in the NFL, and we don't have a lot of time to do it. So we'll pick it up again next week with some more talk on the NFL as always. So that is my mid-season review. Okay, I'll do another Super Bowl prediction for you. If this season ended today, the 2 teams I would pick, and we still have a whole bunch of football left to go. But the 2 teams I would pick today would definitely be, we would have an all-Pennsylvania Super Bowl. We got the Steelers, and we would have the Eagles in the Super Bowl. So that's my mid-season wrap-up. I know I didn't touch on all the subjects because the NFL has been absolutely crazy this year. But at the end of the year, we'll cover the whole season. There's going to be a whole show dedicated just to this. It's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you next week when we talk about football. Eight weeks in, and here are your top 5 fantasy scores for Week 8. DeAndre Hopkins had 8 catches, 224 yards, and a touchdown against Seattle. for 36 fantasy football points. Russell Wilson had a huge game. He went 26 of 41 at 452 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did throw one pick, but he still racked in 35 fantasy football points. The other quarterback he was going against, Deshaun Watson, was 19 of 30, 402 yards, threw 4 touchdowns, but in the day he still threw 3 picks in a loss to Seattle and Russell Wilson. But he did get 32 fantasy football points. Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers had 7 catches, 193 yards, and a touchdown. And that touchdown was on a 98-yard pass by Big Ben and a win over Detroit Lions. He racked in 32 fantasy football points. Jake Doyle had 12 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown, and he had 31 fantasy points as he looks to be the only bright spot this year in Indianapolis. Alright, what's up, everybody? As you've seen in the video, I said, play Deshaun Watson this week. And of course, over the thing, the editor here, he said, hey, don't you remember you picked Deshaun Watson? I'm like, oh man, what are we going to do about that? So we're going to make a video. Here we go. Deshaun Watson tore his ACL. He's out for the rest of the year. It's hurting my fantasy team. I'm sad, but more sad that we're missing out on watching a great rookie quarterback and all that good stuff. There's a great guy. Feel bad for him. He'll be back. Texans, y'all be good. You'll get your quarterback back. So in the next video, I'll also tell you to pick up one of the running backs from Dallas that's not Ezekiel Elliott, neither Alfred Morris or Darren McFadden. But due to the judge, Ezekiel Elliott's playing, so here you go. Play Zeke. Well, you can't pick up Zeke because he's owning 100% of all leagues.
Play Zeke.
Play Zeke. Play Zeke. So,
but picked up one of those running backs.
Yeah, pick him up anyway. Because eventually,
one of these games he ain't playing.
Yeah, there you go. Glad we finally got Dave on camera. Besides one pick, so
how y'all doing?
There you go. Ezekiel Elliott.
Pick up Zeke. Drop Watson.
There you go. Here are your top 5 matchups for Week 9. Drew Brees of the New Orleans Saints. He's going against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's defense has not been very good at all this year. Drew Brees is lights out. He's hot right now. So if you do have him, definitely play Drew Brees. I got a feeling Cam Newton is going to have a huge game against the Atlanta Falcons. They are at home. They're going to open up the offense a bit more with Benjamin gone. We're going to have some faster guys running routes. Look for Cam Newton to have a big game. The next 2 are from the same team, Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins. They're going against the Colts. The Colts defense is absolutely terrible. Watson's playing. He is and will be your rookie of the year. DeAndre Hopkins is playing great. Put them both in your lineup. Todd Gurley, running back of the Los Angeles Rams, going against the Giants. The Giants cannot stop the run. Todd Gurley is running all over everybody. Play Todd Gurley if you have him. Those are your top 5 matchups for Week 9. Alex Collins is a must pick up on your fantasy wire. Running back of the Baltimore Ravens. Terrence West still out of injury. He's not playing very well. Pick up Alex Collins if you can. Pick up one of the running backs off the Dallas Cowboys. You got Alfred Morris out there. You got Darren McFadden out there. If you can pick one of those 2 up, you should do that. Juju Smith-Schuster, receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers, playing big the last couple weeks. Marlon Mack, the Mack attack, the running back. Marlon Mack, Indiana, only owning 29% of the leagues. Pick him up if you can. Doyle, Indianapolis, another guy from Indianapolis. The tight end, pick him up if you can. He's getting all the targets from Jacoby Brissett because he can't throw it to nobody else right now. Indianapolis Colts, Mack and Doyle, pick him up if
What's up, everybody? I'm still a champ. Like the Tar Heels, they're still champs. The Cowboys, they're 5-time champs. Metallica, they're champs. Harvick's a champ. The Panthers are going to be champs. Oh, let's go!
Crazy.
And I'm your champ. Still,
You the
can't
champ.
beat me.
He's the champ.
Somebody beat me.
I'm taking
Welcome
you
to
down.
Weekly Picks, everybody.
All right, starting out week 9, we have the Atlanta Falcons going to visit the Carolina Panthers.
Take it away.
It's going to be a tough one here. The winner of this game will probably win the division. I want to take the Panthers, of course, but I am going to take the Panthers. I will take the Panthers. They will win this game. It'll be close, but they'll pull it out at the end. They're at home, so that helps.
All right, I'm also going to take the Panthers because, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers because they're awesome. Yes, we can. The walls of Cam. With this Benjamin trade, I think is a great thing for us, actually. We're going to open up the offense more. We're going to open up the run game. And when we were good, we could run the ball. And we haven't been able to run the ball all year, but we're still 5-3, and we're still pretty good. So, yeah, Panthers. Panthers it is.
Actually, they're
Keep
4-3,
pounding.
but
4-3?
who's counting?
All right, who's counting? I guess I was wrong. All right.
Apparently, I was counting.
All right, we have the Chiefs going to visit the Cowboys.
All right, well, I'm going to take my Dallas Cowboys. Why? Here's why. Zeke can play this Sunday as of Friday.
Greasing the judge's palm
As
again.
of today, he can play. The way I think it's going, it could probably change 5 minutes before the game. But even without Zeke playing, I just think that Kansas City defense, they're like a bend, don't break type of defense. I think with us coming in there, with Zeke and, the whole offense, we're going to win the game. And relatively, not easy, but we're just going to win the game. It might be close.
Yeah, I'm going Cowboys, too. I think they're better at home than on the road, so they'll have a better game. Zeke, of course, he'll be playing. I think he'll do good. Kansas City is good, I tell you. But I think the Cowboys will win, not easily, but they'll get it done.
Cowboys it is. That
Go boys.
All right, we have the Colts going to visit the Texans.
Deshaun Watson went down. I think it's an ACL. That is bad news for the Texans. They will not win this game. It's a shame. He went to a high school that my niece went to. They went to the same high school. I think she's like 4 years behind him. But, yeah, he's a homeboy of where my brother lives. So, but that's a shame. But the Texans will not win.
All right, yeah, it's a shame to see Deshaun Watson go, who is definitely going to be this year's Rookie of the Year, without a doubt, before we're going down. And if we all look back at Week 1, when they were getting their butt whooped at halftime against Jacksonville, is because Tom Savage was playing and not Deshaun Watson. So I'm thinking that, God, but the Colts are just so bad. I'm going to take the Texans on this one. I see them maybe – they're either going to win or they're going to get beat really, really bad. But I'm going to take them to win this game over the Colts. Man, the champ is getting tired.
Is
that belt heavy?
Tired.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to be taking it off your hands next week. All right, go ahead.
That's all right. Let's see what Pop's going to say about the Bengals going to visit the Jags.
Wow, that's a tough one. I'm going to take Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Jaguars, over Cincinnati. Cincinnati looked really good last week against the Colts, and that's why they look good. They're not a horrible team. The Bengals actually like them. Shout out to Carolina Mike. What's good, Georgia? But yeah, I see Jacksonville winning this game.
Well, I'm going to take this one for Carolina Mike. I think his Bengals will win. I just believe that. I don't know why, but it is. So,
All right,
there you
go.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first on the mind.
It's on me. Okay, who?
We have the Buccaneers going to visit the Saints.
Okay, Drew Brees is just killing it. I mean, they were 0-2 to start the year. couldn't get out of the way of themselves. And that Drew Brees and that the defense has really picked it up. So it's going to be a tough fight between the Saints
And the
the Bucks and Carolina. It's going to be tough. The Buccaneers, they might as well just go on and fold. Jameis Winston just can't get it together. So, yeah, I'm taking the Saints. They will roll and keep rolling.
I'm going to take the Saints because the Buccaneers, I was at that game Sunday down in Tampa, and they just look like a dysfunctional type of team. No momentum and going anywhere really for them, and that's been the story all year. So I'm going to just take the Saints. But the Saints will not win this division, and neither will the Falcons.
It's going to be tough.
So they have at least one team, Carolina.
That's right. And we hope they win.
All right, we have the Saints. Ooh, they're not even.
They're not in St. Louis
anymore.
anymore.
That means this trip is going to be longer.
Yeah,
We
it's
got
slightly
LA
longer.
Rams going to visit the New York Giants.
All right, historically, your West Coast teams do not play good when they have to travel all the way to the East Coast. But the Giants, they're just bad, and Jared Goff is playing really good. That defense is decent down there in L.A. and not St. Louis. Todd Gurley is playing great, so I'm going to take the Rams. And I had Deshaun Watson fantasy, but now I picked up Jared Goff. So I really am a fan of Jared Goff now. So go Rams.
Okay. Yeah, that really don't work when they go east, West Coast teams. But the Giants are horrible. They should just be reduced to a minor league team. Maybe that would do them some good, like they do in European soccer. They deem them not relevant. That's the Giants. You know, they're not relevant, but they will be this week. I'm taking them at home because that West Coast team cannot play in the East at 1 o'clock.
All right.
The Broncos, Eagles.
The Broncos are going to visit the Eagles.
I juice. Okay, the Broncos are changing quarterbacks. I don't think they really should. They should stay with the guy from Northwestern there.
Trevor Siemian.
Yeah, Trevor Siemian. Thank you for the name. I knew what school he went to, though.
Good job.
Yeah, it is. I looked that up, by the way.
All right.
Yeah.
Research.
Okay. I researched.
Facts, not fake news.
Yes, facts is good.
Facts
Fake
are
news is not good.
Not good.
But the Eagles is going to kill them. They're playing in Philadelphia. The Eagles are going to run away with it. So, yeah, I'm taking the Eagles.
Yeah. Me too.
You too?
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as you hate doing that. Yeah. Like juice for James, huh?
It's for James.
Like juice for James.
We have the Ravens going to visit the Titans.
All right. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens. They play Thursday night, so that means they get a couple additional days not only to rest.
Yeah, 10
But-
days.
10 days, not only to rest, but also to study film. Tennessee, I am just not impressed by them. I'm just not. I'm not a fan of them. Mariota's decent. DeMarco Murray is decent. But I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens over the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee.
Yeah, well, what defense will show up for Baltimore? That's the question. You know, is it the good defense or the horrible defense?
Or the Harbaugh.
Harbaugh
Defense.
defense.
Yeah, you like
Very, I like that. That was good. You pulled that out of left field. Or was that right field?
Maybe center field.
Well, who's on
Could have
first?
been.
Yeah, who's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know.
Anyway, who are you taking?
Who hit the home run? Okay, well, I'm going to say the good defense shows up for the Ravens. The game's in Tennessee. Mariota, he ain't doing much. Really, the Ravens, they ain't doing much offensively neither. So, but I think the defense wins the day, and they score enough points to win.
Who?
The Ravens
All right.
score enough points to win.
Okay. There you go, the Ravens.
Peace.
That's
right.
All right, we have the Cardinals going to visit the 49ers.
All right, 49ers winless. Arizona, Carson Palmerless. Their guy Drew Stanton playing there. 49ers just traded for Jimmy Garoppolo,
The Brady clone.
So I'm going to say the 49ers get their first win this week. And a bit of upset, even with Carson Palmer down. They still do got Larry Fitzgerald, decent defense. And, of course, AP, if he can play like the first game he did for him. But, 49ers an upset.
They got to win sooner or later. Will this week be it? I don't know. This game might be 3-3 tie with about 17 people in the stands. 17 people in the stands. There might be more than that.
Kind of like 17 Buccaneer fans in Tampa last week where Carolina went down there and whooped their butt.
17 fans. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, there you go.
But will they be there to see Garoppolo? Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals.
There you go.
They don't get 49ers. Do not win this week.
All right, we have the Redskins going to visit the Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't know the data on East Coast teams going west for a 4 o'clock kickoff. Who knows? I have no idea what that is. Washington, Cousins, your Cousins. Will he do something this week? I don't know. Will Wilson do something this week? Will the Seahawks defense be there this week? These are unknowns.
What else is unknown is who are you going to pick?
I think I will pick the Seahawks will win at home. They will beat the East Coast team.
I really dislike both these teams.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I'm not. You know what? Russell Wilson's cool. Very lucky guy. Very lucky guy. I ain't just talking about on the field. I'm talking about with
Off the field.
Hey, now, but yeah, I'm gonna take Russie and the Seattle Sea Poops. Seagulls. They're not Seahawks or Seagulls. Mine. I give you all the fries.
Mine.
Seattle wins.
And we have the Raiders on this Sunday night going all the way across the country to the Dolphins.
You know what? We have a lot of cross-country games this week. We got the Raiders. Are they going to be hunting for some mammals? Probably on the field. This is a tough one. Because Oakland's not playing good, but they're not playing terrible. And Miami's not playing good, but they're not playing terrible. Oh, man. I am going to take the home team on Sunday night, the Miami Dolphins.
It will be too much of a car drive to Miami. The Dolphins will win.
Dolphins will win.
The Raiders will lose.
The Raiders are losing.
The Dolphins are 4-2, very surprised. But they will be 5-2 after Sunday.
All right. And on the end of this football week, we have the Lions going to visit the Packers.
The frozen tundra. Will it be cold? I don't know. All right, the Loins and Packers, that's a division game. Packers are without Rodgers. The Loins have Matthew Stafford, he's playing pretty good. I think with Rodgers not playing, the Loins will beat the Packers on Monday night. Right? Monday night game.
All right. Score?
Yeah.
Score? Go ahead.
I'll give you a score after you.
All right. You give me a score afterwards. All right. Golly. You know what? Detroit always figured out a way to lose. And the Packers somehow always get lucky. I mean, of course, Aaron Rodgers always gets lucky, but this is another tough one for me here. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions. And I am predicting a huge game for Matthew Stafford. and company.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford will play good. I say it's going to be 34 for the Loins.
I got 31 for the Lions.
And let's throw in 17 for the Packers. The Loins run away with it.
You know, they always say the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Well, it just did.
Well, I'm taking. Wait, what are you trying to say here?
No.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
All right.
I juice. That's what I say.
I juice. All right. Lions 31, Packers 20.
Oh, nice. I like that score. Very good.
All right, so there you have it. That is your weekly picks. Remember, leave your picks in the comment box below.
Yes.
As always, I am Nelson, your champ. This is Pops Cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac. All right, we'll see you next week. Maybe with Tavell.
Maybe. Where is Tavell?
Where is Tavell? That is the question.
That is
the main
big old question.
All
right, I'll see you later.
Yeah. Ow, wow, 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 wow. Peace out. All right, and there you go. Another exciting episode of The Mind complete. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Blast us on Facebook. If you got anything else on social media, put us on there. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave your picks in the comment box below. Remember to score for Monday night. We'll see you next week on The Mind.
Okay, I'm G like that. Boy, you G like that. That's OG in your pack. You know I keep that sack. You know I kill them tracks. You know I'm about that stack. And it ain't about where you from, boy. It's where you at. You see I'm G like that. Man, you G like that. That's OG in your pack. You know I keep that sack. You know I kill these tracks. You know I'm about that stack. And it ain't about where you from, boy. It's where you at. Yeah. Okay, I wake up in the morning and I ask myself, look, is life too crazy? Should I ask for help or should I give up now? Or should I hold my breath and dive in and gotta risk it for the biscuit? Remember when I used to eat shredded cheese and Triscuits? Now I'm eating chips with these bitches, getting my dick licked. Told you it happy, gonna scratch it off the bucket list. I'm sky high, like the trees come from Mount Everest. Tried to tell them boys the bar is heaven sent. Plus I'm killing every track I'm on, here is the evidence. Never hesitant, I'm quick to make myself relevant. Beating down your block, I'm just disturbing the residents. Cruising in the classic, getting to the money, gotta have it. I'm shining, got the glow, now who's the master? Told you from the womb to the tomb, I be killing it. Play me in any crowd or any room, bet they feelin' it. Cause you know I'm G like that. Boy, you G like that. That's OG in your pack. You know I keep that sack. You know I kill them tracks. You know I'm about that stack. And it ain't about where you from, boy. It's where you at. You see I'm G like that. Man, you G like that. That's OG in your pack. You know I keep that sack. You know I kill these tracks. You know I'm about that stack. And it ain't about where you from, boy. It's where you at. Yeah. Woke up, rolled a blunt, rap laced with acid. Birthday suit, stupid, relaxing in the hammock. The bed is static. You want it? Let's get it cracked and have a sleep. Still bite your head off in savage fashion. I'm the nicest one. Ballin' Jerry Rice and Dot. Doper than the rising sun. Kind as bud, high as fuck. I'm the one, Keanu Reeves. Monster like you wanna be. Muhammad Ali, I'm a beast. In my prime, knocking teeth. Promise y'all cannot compete while I'm on the beat.